Welcome to today's edition of the Sports Check here on GhanaWeb TV with me, Benjamin Saki. We are here at the Heroes Gym in Dansoman to have an insightful conversation with one of Ghana's finest kickboxing referees. Now, this man started his journey in 2010 and proceeded to obtain his license in 2013. He's officiated in various kickboxing bouts of fights in many African countries, including Nigeria, Togo, Ivory Coast, and other nations. He's also been at the All-African Games and the Gamma World Championship as an official. Now, today's interview will delve into his experience and other issues relating to the Ghana Kickboxing Association and the Mixed Martial Arts Federation in the country. Come with me, let's delve into the conversation. Welcome back. Let's delve straight into our conversation for today on the Sports Check show. Derrick Macaire, you're welcome to GhanaWeb Sports Check.
Thank you. You're also welcome to Heroes Fighting Gym.
This must be an interesting place for the kickboxing and other sports activities that take place here.
Very, very interesting. In fact, this is where most of the great fighters in Ghana are trained.
Tell us a bit about this place.
Okay, this place was set up to train fighters from the beginning, groom them from scratch, and then make them professional fighters. So there are a lot of big fighters who have come from here. We have the Jonathan Euros, the Richard Esiedus, we have the Jonathan Lamtes, and all. Yeah.
Okay, now let's go straight into your career. You started, or you've been into kickboxing, Muay Thai, and then mixed martial arts for quite some time.
Yeah.
So that's the beginning to your journey. How was it from your schooling days? Did you have the ambition of becoming a kickboxing referee, and how it has been so far?
Actually, during my schooling days, it was more about volleyball, athletics, all those things.
Okay.
And I had some interest in combat sports, actually. But it was when I completed, after college, then my grandfather, the late Colonel Retired Sharp.
Okay.
Yeah, he was the president for the Ghana Kickboxing Association by then.
Wow.
So it was through him that I entered Ghana Kickboxing. That's around 2012.
Okay.
Yeah, then I did my first referee training with WKF. Then from there, I did the West African WACO Games at the Lizzie Sports Complex. Then from there, I met the promoter from Togo at Lizzie Sports Complex, and he was impressed with the way I did my work. So he invited me to come over to, take care of officiating on his promotion.
Okay.
So I've been working with him since 2016 till now.
That must be quite some time now.
Serious.
I mean, you've garnered a lot of experience. You've been officiating various international tournaments. We understand in Nigeria, Togo, Ivory Coast. Share with us your experience with those bouts. Is it kickboxing, Muay Thai, or mixed martial arts?
Okay. With Nigeria, I went to Nigeria for mixed martial arts. The first promotion was WSC.
Okay.
World Sports Championship.
Yeah.
Then after that, I went there also for AKO, African Knockout Championship.
Okay.
Yeah, so Togo, we do Muay Thai and MMA, sometimes kickboxing.
Okay.
And in Ghana here, we do kickboxing, that's K1 kickboxing. We do Muay Thai, then we do MMA.
Okay.
With Ivory Coast, we do Muay Thai and then MMA. Yes. With Ivory Coast, the promotion is Eric Favre Nation, MMA. Yeah, the next one will be in Guinea, Conakry. That's in November.
A lot of our viewers must be asking, what is kickboxing? What is mixed martial arts? What is Muay Thai? Throw light on these sporting disciplines for us. Okay,
kickboxing has different categories in it. We have low, we have, there are different forms. In Ghana here, we do the K1 kickboxing.
Okay.
Yes. Then we have Muay Thai.
Okay.
No, with the kickboxing, it's more of the boxing.
Okay.
No clinching. You just box and you can kick.
Okay.
No clinching.
Which differentiates it from the main boxing?
Yes. So the kicking aspect is what differentiates it from the boxing.
Okay.
Okay, but it's all the legal techniques in boxing also apply in K1.
Okay.
Yeah. Then we come to Muay Thai. Muay Thai is an upgrade of kickboxing. I'll put it that way.
Okay.
Because you can do anything you do in K1.
Okay.
And then also add the elbow.
Oh,
so the introduction of the elbow into it makes it Muay Thai.
Muay Thai. Okay. Okay.
And then the clinching is also allowed.
Okay.
In Muay Thai.
Is it? I'm curious here. The Muay Thai, is the name origins from China or does it?
No, it originates from Thailand.
Thailand. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Muay Thai, Thailand.
Yeah, it
okay.
originates from Thailand.
That's interesting to me.
Yeah. Okay. And we come to MMA.
Yeah.
Mixed martial arts. And as the name implies,
okay,
it's a mixture of all the various sports: judo, taekwondo, karate, jiu-jitsu. You know, a whole lot. Everything comes into play. And usually in mixed martial arts, if you come in with just one background, you'll be handicapped. Okay. Because you know, if you are a stand-up fighter and you meet a grappler, yeah, he will take you to the ground. Wow. Wow. So when he takes you to the ground, you are lost. So usually it's good to master the various, just a bit of the various disciplines so that you can find your way out. Okay.
Let's go into, you've been to the All African Games. Sure. You were an official. You officiated. How was it? How was the experience there? The All African Games.
It was a different experience. You know, we had our mother association Gamma coming in to take care of the officiating, and there were about 8 officials or so from Ghana who took part, and they also did very well, marvelously well. And due to that performance, I was invited to the World Championship in Indonesia. Okay. To officiate as the only African official. Wow.
Congrats.
Thank you.
Congrats.
Thank you. So it's been upstream from there.
It's been, let's go into the World Championship, the Gamma. Yeah. What's unique thing do you think it's added to your value as a referee?
It added way a lot, you know, because you get to that stage and you meet referees from UFC, you meet referees from one championship, and the way they are so welcoming, ready to give advice to improve you. Yeah. Sometimes I officiate a fight and my judges are senior referees from UFC and one championship. Wow. Sometimes they are in the middle and I'm a judge. And you know, one interesting thing is, for me, I don't know about other guys, but for me, being the first time on that kind of stage, when I come down, then some of these referees come to you and then try to give you some advice, you know, give you some 1 or 2 things to improve you and make you better. Okay. So I believe that that championship has given me a different level of understanding the sports I'm in.
You understand you train other officials as well, sure. In Ghana, then abroad. Yeah. How is the process like?
Currently, we're doing some online training now for the officials in Ghana. Okay. Yeah, we have online training. We don't want to wait till events before we start, you know, training. We need to keep abreast so that whenever there is an event, the professionalism shows. Okay. So there are currently online programs going on. And the promotion in Togo, for instance, I'm in charge there. Okay. You know, so whenever we meet, I train the officials there, you know, and people feel like officiating comes with just judging and being a referee. Yeah. No, a whole lot of things come in. You know, the fighters coming from the dressing room, how are they coming in? Okay. Are they well equipped? You know, are they ready to fight? All these things come in. So we have people who are trained to do all these checks before they actually come into the octagon or the ring. So the fighting is not actually alone in the ring. It starts from the dressing room.
Once they begin to enter, you have
it even starts from weighing.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. It starts from weighing, then to the dressing room, then to the fighting area.
The refereeing aspect that you were shedding light on. Tell us, how has it been? You've had over 15 years experience as at now. I was actually thinking it must be.
Now that you mention it, it's serious.
Yeah, I was actually thinking you must be. So, but I think you are a very young person, but you've garnered a lot of experience. Sure. And I think it also stems from the fact that you made us aware your father was a former Ghana.
My grandfather.
Grandfather, exactly. So you got early exposure into it. The refereeing aspects. Let us know a lot about it. What's that? Kickboxing, mixed martial arts, Muay Thai, refereeing involved?
You know, we always say that the ultimate aim of a referee in the ring or the octagon is to protect the fighters.
Okay.
You know, when you go in there, one of the fighters can be your brother. But once you are in there, you have to be fair. You know, because they've all trained and they've all come to that stage to display.
Okay.
So you have to be fair and you have to make sure that they follow the rules and regulations. You know, there are rules and regulations, what you are supposed to do, what you are not supposed to do. And most of the time you realize that when there is a fight ongoing and there is a knockout, especially in MMA, you have to move in very fast. Okay. You know, with kickboxing, the moment, or Muay Thai, the moment the person is hit down, there's no follow-up.
Wow.
You don't hit a grounded fighter.
Okay.
So it's a little bit easier. I'm not saying it's easy, but it's relatively easier for referees, you know, to
especially in the safety aspect of
to make not the safety, to make a call. Okay. But in MMA, you know, in kickboxing you can stop and then continue. But in MMA, when you stop, it's done.
Oh,
exactly.
Wow.
So you have to be sure of your decisions.
Okay.
Split second. Okay. And that's what makes it very difficult. Very, very difficult.
Very difficult. Let's also delve into you made us aware of grandfather was kickboxing referee and then he died. And
actually, he was a boxing referee.
A boxing referee.
Yeah, and then
just
he
like
came in to be a kickboxing president for Ghana.
Okay.
The president for the Ghana Kickboxing Association.
Okay. Can you tell us a bit about him during his tenure? And I know you were a kid by then, but just if you could just tell us.
Oh, he's actually, I took up the officiating because of him.
Okay.
You know, I had that. And being a military man, you get to the house and you have to salute. You know, we had that military training. You know,
so he was actually a military man?
Yeah, a retired colonel.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
So, when the opportunity came in, he advised me to go in for it.
Okay.
And be an official and all. And I believe that discipline he took us through has also pushed me to get this far.
And shaped you to come this far.
Exactly.
That must be an interesting one. This is the Sports Check with me, Benjamin Saki. I'm here with Derrick Macaire. He is an experienced kickboxing referee in Ghana, and he's done it all over. This is an aspect of the conversation. Let's take a quick breather. We'll be back with more. Welcome back from that quick breather. We are here on the Sports Check here on GhanaWeb TV. We continue our conversation with Derrick Macaire. Derrick, we are welcome back.
Thank you.
Let's go into the Ghana Kickboxing Association. You understand you're an executive member of the association. Yeah. Tell us a bit about how the federation came into being and how it has fared so far.
Okay, kickboxing has been in Ghana since 2008, 2009. You know, during those times, since the Japanese came in, is it Japanese or Koreans? They came in to help build the sport. But after some time, they left. Okay. So since they left, the association has been trying to, you know, keep it going. But, you know, it's difficult to get corporate sponsorship these days. You know, so if they are now going to come, then we'll be grateful to them because it's very difficult.
How has the association fared in terms of organizing tournaments? Do you have moments where they organize tournaments for interested persons to participate? Or it's just there when there is an occasion that they come on board to support?
Yeah, you know, the association primarily is supposed to be taking care of the amateur events, hold more amateur events. Okay. Usually the professional is not held by the association. It is sanctioned by the association. Okay. But then we have private promoters who come in. Okay. So when the private promoters come in, they come to the association, we sanction it, and then they hold the event, just like in boxing. Yeah. What Ibrahim Mohammed's son is doing now, Sheriff Mahama. We have different people on board doing the same thing. So since then, we've been having 1 or 2 fights, you know, for the boys, but I think it's not enough. So we're still trying to get more people to come on board to do to be helping the professional aspect. With the amateur too, we can't do without sponsorship. That's where another problem comes in, because we are not getting any funds from anywhere. We have to find ways to organize it, and it's not easy, you know.
So does it mean that you've written to the sports ministry or other stakeholders to solicit for funds and you've not gotten, or they are supposed to do it, but the funds are not coming?
You see, we usually request for it, but we
Okay.
don't get. That's the issue. We request for it, but
Is
we
it
don't
the
get.
sports ministry, the other association, or where do you request from?
We are under the NSA.
National Sports Authority.
Yes,
Okay.
we are under the NSA. So we work through the NSA to the
Okay.
Ministry of
Sports
Sports.
ministry.
Yeah.
So you request from the National Sports Authority,
Yeah.
but you don't get the funds that you request.
It's
Okay, so is
very
it that
difficult.
it comes sometimes it comes and other times it doesn't, or it
It
doesn't come at all? It has,
That's
okay.
why we feel like it's in Ghana. It's soccer that gets the attention.
Okay.
The soccer, when it comes to soccer, monies are gotten from somewhere to support.
Yeah.
But when it comes to the other sports, why should we even name them lesser known sports? It means
Sad.
there's a deliberate
Yeah.
attempt not to push them.
Yeah.
You know, it feels very bad because some of these guys, this is their livelihood. This is what they know how to do.
Yeah.
And most of the time, people ask me, why do you keep doing this? I tell them, listen, if I'm in town and I'm robbed by a group of people, I know none of my boys are part. You get where I'm coming from?
Yeah.
If not, some of these boys would be on the street doing those same things.
Sure.
But we have given them an avenue so that they can get a better future. So it's up to those who really have what it takes to help to come on board and then assist us to push these guys.
Okay. So the NSA funding issue, I want to get it right. So is it that since the association was instituted, you've not gotten any funds from the NSA?
Not to my knowledge.
Not
to
to
the
your
best of my knowledge.
Since you joined?
Sure.
When did you join?
I've been in kickboxing since 2012, 2013.
And you joined the association since you started?
I was an official. So
You were an
I
official.
was part of the
You were
association.
part. So since 2012, to best of your knowledge, the NSA, by the request that you've made to them concerning finances, they've not honored that.
Okay, during those times, I wasn't an executive, so I can't speak actively for it.
Okay.
But currently, we are not receiving any help from anywhere.
Okay, so the current, I want to get it. Is it, when did you become an executive of the
Just last 2 years election.
last 2 years? Okay, 2023 there,
Yeah.
around 2023. Okay. Are there any challenges that the association is facing?
The challenge is with how to organize programs.
Okay.
You know, and one thing I don't get, you know, the Bukum Arena is there for us to use for events, but whenever the association wants to have an event, we have to pay to use the place. And that's the main challenge, because if you don't have the money to pay to use the place,
That means
then
you
it
can't
means you
go
can't have
ahead.
the event. And you also have to give the fighters something. You know, in amateur, we don't pay fighters. But then you have to at least feed them.
Yeah.
You have to give them some transport, you know.
Okay.
It's all these things come into play. If kickboxing and MMA, we don't have an office in the arena. We don't have an office in the stadium.
So let me get it right. Kickboxing Association, as we speak here in Ghana, you don't have an office, a particular place designated to the association that this is your office. When people want to address or want issues concerning the kickboxing, they should come to this office. You don't. So how have you been operating?
We have a secretary who is stationed there.
Where?
At the stadium.
Stadium. Accra Sports Stadium.
Yes.
you mean?
And usually it's like the secretary is not, okay, I don't know the current one, but the ones we used to have, they are not assigned to one association per se.
Okay.
So they work for maybe 2 associations, and also if there are any things, they are in the sports council, so they can
Okay.
relate faster.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
but then not to the best of my knowledge, we don't have an office
That maybe the
where we can
president.
say we are having
the
an
vice-
executive meeting. Let's go and sit in the kickboxing office or the mixed martial arts
don't.
office. We don't.
That's sad. That's sad. Okay. Regardless of the challenges that you've mentioned, what are some of the successes that you've been able to chalk within this period?
For the successes, you know, when it comes to the fighters, we have a lot of medals and titles. You know, Ghana is in the West African suburb and beyond.
Okay.
We produce some of the best fighters.
Okay.
And Heroes Gym is a main contributor in that. So it's like we have fighters who are bringing laurels to the country, but we don't have people to raise them up.
Is that- Sad. Talk us through some of the tournaments that Ghana has participated in, the kickboxing and the medals, just briefly.
Okay. At the moment, what happens is if there is a promotion
Okay.
outside the country, the invitation is brought in, then we prepare fighters towards that promotion. So, for instance, if a promoter in Nigeria or in Ivory Coast is having an event, he invites the fighters and they go in. Lume Fight Night, Togo, he invites fighters, they go in. So that's what usually happens.
Okay. You made mention of promoters. Do you have Ghanaian promoters like Sharaf Muhammad doing for boxing? Do you have Ghanaian promoters dedicated to organizing these events?
Not really.
Not really.
No, but in
Have we
kickboxing,
had one?
in kickboxing, but in MMA, we used to have a WSC, World Sports Championship,
Okay.
and we currently have an African Fighting Championship.
Okay.
Which usually during the Easter they have fights at Kwewu.
Okay.
So they have been keeping the fire burning, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Then we also have Impact Championship
Okay.
that also came in from Congo. He's had one event here. He's here to come back again. And we have Global Warriors Championship. So in MMA we have a couple of promotions coming in. And in kickboxing it's kind of a little hard.
It's hard. Okay. Let's come to mixed martial arts, MMA. You are director of operations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But a quick one. With the kickboxing, we have some who have come in, individuals who have also come. Stephen Tupe, for instance, had an event recently.
Okay.
He had one at the Tema
Okay.
and one at stadium here.
Okay.
And so he's also putting in some effort.
So these are two or just one
and
person?
there's Salam Pelefia. He, way back in Nima,
Okay.
he also had an event. He has moved to Dubai now.
Okay.
Yeah, he's in Dubai. And there's Super. He's in Bukom.
Okay.
Yeah, Reginald Dodu. He also has events most of the time during the Nkommo Wo. Yeah, so those are the guys who usually come in for
Promotes
kickboxing.
Okay, let's come to mixed martial arts. How the Federation Association came into being and how are they doing so?
Okay, it came into being around 2016. That was when World Sports Championship also came in.
Okay.
And so from there, it's been moving bit by bit, you know, trying to make headway.
Yeah.
You know, it's not easy in Ghana because sometimes you go for sponsorship and we've written a lot of letters. A lot of letters. You go around and there's no feedback.
Is it corporate institutions, government
Exactly.
the NSA?
No. With the we've written. I don't want to mention names.
Okay, sure.
Implementing
That's fine.
some
But
of the
it's
companies.
corporate institutions.
To companies, yes.
Corporate institutions.
To come in to help, and
but you don't.
we've not heard anything yet, so we are still waiting.
Oh, wow. Okay, so with the mixed martial arts, some of the challenges few and see could talk of the mixed martial arts.
You know, the main challenge now is the facilities.
Okay.
You know, you see in this gym, for instance, the punching bags are here.
Yeah.
There are mats that we use for groundwork and all.
Okay.
But there are certain things you need, you know, to build certain skills.
Okay.
But then these things are hard to come by.
Okay.
And, you know, when you are training and you don't get fights to take part in, it makes you redundant, like you're training for nothing.
Yeah.
So it's a big challenge for our fighters too. So if we can have occasional fights, then it will really help because most of the fights are from outside. It's like the fighters train and they are waiting for a fight to be invited to. So
there was this showdown. I don't know. It was held at the Bukom where the musician,
Reggie
Rockstone was involved.
The Global Warriors Championship.
Okay, so that was organized by.
That was organized by Jeff Taylor.
Jeff Taylor.
Yeah.
Okay. He's a Ghanaian.
Yeah, he's a Ghanaian based in the US.
Okay. So he came in, organized it, and that's all. He hasn't. Or occasionally he does that.
Yeah, he has plans like doing it occasionally. So we are just hoping things go well. So.
Okay. Muay Thai, Ghana. How is it doing?
Muay Thai was very active for some time, but recently it's been on the low. To be frank, recently it's been on the low. So we are hoping things go well.
What would you say has contributed to its decline?
The same help. You know, the help doesn't come in. So when the fighters train and they are not getting events to go to, then they try to get somewhere else to make ends meet. Because some of them have families.
Yeah.
They have to take care of their families. They can't keep training and then have no fights.
Yeah. That's cool. Let's talk about the safety aspects of this kickboxing, mixed martial arts. How do you think measures we can implement to make sure that those involved, their safety is guaranteed?
Yeah, with the associations have this, should I say, rule we've put in place.
Okay.
That for every promoter, if you want to organize an event, there must be a doctor at the venue. There must be an ambulance at the venue, so that we can ensure that the fighters are in the best of hands.
Okay. Do we see these things happen during fights?
Yeah.
They happen.
You know, after the recent incident in the box, I wouldn't want to remind us of certain things, but the mixed martial arts, for instance, any event we have had after the incident, we have been very specific to make sure that there is an ambulance, there is a doctor, trained doctor who can really respond actually to any event.
Speaking of the incidents we don't want to talk much about, has there been a tragedy in the MMA, kickboxing, Muay Thai in Ghana?
No, it's that I know.
That's not okay. So it means that you are actually following the safety protocols.
Yeah. The referees, mixed martial arts is a very, very tight combat sport. So if the referees are not apt, there will be a problem.
Okay.
But frankly, the referees we have in Ghana are really on point. They really make sure that things go on well. But if the referee does his work well, the doctors will not have much to do.
Okay. Your final words to the public. You've made us aware about the challenges being finances and others, where the NSA seem not to support you guys and other things. What will be your final words to the public and those watching you?
My final word, mostly to the corporate bodies, is that they should come on board. Because these guys, this is their future. They have families to feed. This is what they know how to do. When you come and meet them training, you will love it. This is what they know how to do. So they should come on board. They should come and support us so that we can have more events. And these guys can also benefit from what they are doing.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
This insightful conversation. And so it's been an interesting conversation and with Derrick Macaire, who is a veteran referee when it comes to kickboxing, Muay Thai, and mixed martial arts. Now, he's made us aware about some of the challenges they are facing, which has rendered them their inability to organize bouts or fights in their country, mainly being finances. We're also calling on the National Sports Authority, which is currently headed by Mr. Yao Ampofo Ankra, to also come to their aid and support them financially to ensure that the mixed martial arts and then other sporting disciplines that we've talked about here will also gain prominence in the country. This has been a sports check with me, Benjamin Saki, here on GhanaWeb TV. See you another time.